Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be solving May 2023 paper 1H. Question number 1. Last season, the number of goals scored by Arjun, by Simon, and by Kat for their football team were in the ratio 2:5:8. Simon scored 12 more goals than Arjun. Work out the number of goals scored by Kat. So the ratio of the goals scored by Arjun, Simon, and Kat is 2:5:8. Now, Simon scored 12 more goals than Arjun, and Simon got 3 parts more than Arjun. So we can say these 3 parts correspond to 12 goals. So to find 1 part, divide both sides by 3. So we get 1 part equals 4 goals. Now to find the number of goals scored by Kat, Kat has 8 parts. So the number of goals scored by Kat is 8 parts. So times both sides by 8. So we get 8 parts is 32 goals. So Kat scored 32 goals. Moving to the next question. Question 2. The table gives information about the number of minutes that AB spent while walking each day in September. The number of minutes and the frequency is given. Work out an estimate for the total number of minutes that AB spent walking. Here the question is to find the total number of minutes and not the mean number of minutes. So here we are not supposed to find mean, we need to find only sigma fx. So to find sigma fx, what we'll do is we'll add 2 more columns here, so that makes it a bit easy to show the calculation. So the first column will be x and the second column will be fx. Now x is midpoint of the class. Now to find the midpoint of the class, we need to add the 2 limits and divide it by 2. So add both the limits of the class and divide it by 2. For example, if you want to find the midpoint of the class 0 to 30, add 0 and 30 divided by 2. So you get here 15. Similarly, for 30 to 60, it is 45. 60 to 90, it is 75. 90 to 120 is 105. And 120 to 150 is 135. Now, to get the value of fx, we need to multiply the frequency with x. So 5 times 15 is 75. 6 times 45 is 270. 75 times 80, that gives you 600. And 105 times 9 will give you 945. And 2 times 135 is 270. Now to find sigma fx, we need to add up all the values. So it is 75 plus 270 plus 600 plus 945 plus 270. That gives you a total of 2160. So the total number of minutes is 2160. Okay. Moving to the next question, number 3. Nanette buys 60 notebooks for a total of 780 dirhams. Nanette sells 70% of the notebooks for 22 dirhams each. She sells the remaining notebooks for 19 dirhams each. Work out Nanette's percentage profit. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Okay. So the total number of notebooks bought was 60. So the cost price of 60 notebooks is 780 dirhams. Okay. Now, out of these 60 notebooks, 70% was sold for 22 dirhams each. So step 1 will work out what is 70%. So 70% of 60, that is 42 notebooks, are sold for 22 each. So we can find the selling price of 42 notebooks. Each is sold for 22. So the total sale proceed by selling this 42 notebooks is 42 times 22. That will give you 924 dirhams. The remaining notebooks. So out of 60, 42 are sold. So remaining is 60 minus 42, that is 18 notebooks. Now these 18 notebooks are sold for 19 dirhams. So 18 times 19, that gives you 342 dirhams. So when I add these two amounts, I will get the selling price of 60 notebooks. So when you add up, you will get 1266. Okay, so now when we compare the cost price, she bought it for 780 dirhams. She sold it for 1266. So she gained. So we can work out her profit earned in this transaction. So her profit is 1266, the selling price, minus the cost 780. That will give 486 dirhams. But the question is to find the percentage profit. So to find the percentage profit, the formula is your percentage profit is your profit upon the original price, that is the cost price, times 100. So your profit earned is 486. Your original cost, that is the cost price, is 780 times 100. So let's put this in the calculator. So we have 480 divided by 486 over 780 times 100, that gives you 62.3. Question is to round to three significant figures, so your final answer will be 62.3%. Okay. Moving to the next question, that is number 4. Okay. The diagram shows a sketch of triangle A and triangle B on a coordinate grid. Given that triangle A has been translated to triangle B, work out the value of D, E, and F. Okay, so let's name the coordinates of triangle A as P, Q, R, and the corresponding coordinates of B as X, Y, Z. So point P was minus 7, 2. Point Q is minus 11, minus 5. And point R is F, comma, minus 3. Now these points were translated. So point P corresponds to X. So X is 612. Y is 2 and D, and Z is 9 and E. Now we can easily compare here. So point P was translated to point X. So from minus 7, the X coordinate became 6. So it translated 13 units to the right. So plus 13. And the Y coordinate was 2. It went up to 12. So it moved 10 units up. So plus 10. So we can say the triangles were translated by the vector 13 and 10. So using this, we can work out the following. Q, Y coordinate is minus 5. So when you add 10, so the value of D will be 5. Similarly, point R, the Y coordinate is minus 3. It is translated 10 units up. So you add 10. So 10 minus 3 is 7. So value of E is 7. Now we are left with value of F, point R. Now, it was translated 13 units. So which number plus 13 gives you 9? So you will get negative 4. So value of F is negative 4. So minus 4 plus 13 will give you 9. So the three values are 5, minus 4, and 7. So you can write down the values here. Well, so value of D is 5, E was 7, and F was minus 4. Part B. The diagram shows shape P and shape Q on a grid. Okay, question is describe fully the single transformation that maps P onto Q. So we can easily make out that it is an enlargement. So first thing we'll write here, it is an enlargement, and then we need the scale factor. So we can see here this side is 2 and here it is 2, 2 and 2. It became 3 times. So we can divide 6 by 2, so it is 3. So scale factor is 3. Now we need the center. Now to find the center, just join the corresponding points and extend. We'll get the center of enlargement. Okay, so join the corresponding points. So join and extend them. Okay, you got this line. Similarly, we'll join one more pair of corresponding point. So let's join these two, and we can make out that even that is going through a common point, and this point is your center of enlargement, which is 0, 2. So your third point here, the center of enlargement is 0, 2. Now this will give you 3 marks because you need 3 points. So it is an enlargement, scale factor is 3, and the center of enlargement is 0, 2. Now the next part of the question is, on the grid, rotate shape P 90 degree clockwise about the center 3, 5. For this, you can use tracing paper and you can rotate the shape. Moving to next question, that is question number 5. Question 5. The diagram shows a shaded shape AEBCD made by removing triangle AEB from rectangle ABCD. A is 7.2, B is 5.4, BC is 6, angle AEB is 90. Work out the perimeter of the shaded shape. So you want to find the perimeter. So side BC is 6. So side AD will also be 6 centimeters. Now AE is 7.2, BE is 5.4. So the only side which is missing that we don't know is side CD. Now, to find side CD, what we can do is, since it is a rectangle, we can join AB. Okay, so AB and CD are equal. So if you find AB, we'll get length CD. So let's write here side AB as X. Now, triangle AEB is a right angle triangle. So we can use Pythagoras theorem. So the hypotenuse is X. So X square equal to 7.2 square plus 5.4 square. To find the value of X, take square root of both sides. You put this in the calculator. So we need square root of 7.2 square plus 5.4 square. That gives me 9. So value of X is 9. So side CD is also 9 centimeter. Now to find the perimeter, just add up all the sides. So perimeter of the shape is 6 plus 9 plus 6, 5.4 and 7.2. So 6, 9, 6, 5.4 and 7.2, and that should give you a total of 33.6 centimeters. Okay, moving to the next question, that is number 6. Okay, a very common question. It says simplify. Okay, 2C4D7 whole power 3. So step number 1. So 2C4D7, all 3 will get the power 3. So we'll write here 2 cube, whole cube, and D7 will also be cube. So 2 cube is 8, double power will multiply, so C power 12 and D power 21. Part B, find the value of 5y power 0 where y is greater than 0. So 5, any number to the power 0, it is 1. So 5 times 1, so the answer is 5. Next question, part C, factorize fully 16a square b cube plus 20a cube b. Now to factorize, we need to find the HCF. Now to find the HCF of numbers, you need to look for the biggest number that can divide the given numbers 16 and 20. So the biggest number that can divide 16 and 20 is 4. So for the HCF of numbers is 4. Now for the variables, Okay, to find the HCF of the variables, you take only the ones which are common with least power. Common with least power. So a square and a cube, so you'll take a, the small power is 2, b cube and b, the small power is b1. So 4a square b is what you will factor out. Now, so 4 times which number is 16? So 4 times 4 is 16. A square is out. Out of b3, you took only a b out. You're left with b square. Plus 4 times which number will give you 20? So 4 times 5 is 20. A cube, we took a square out, so left with the a. You had only a b, which is already out. So this is our final answer. It cannot be factorized further. Now, moving to part D. Question says factorize x square plus 9x minus 22. So you need to find the factors in such a way that when you multiply the two factors, you should get negative 22. When you add them, you should get 9. So factors of 22 that gives me 9 are 11 and 2. You want plus 9, so big number will be plus and small minus. So 11 minus 2 gives me 9. 11 times minus 2 gives me 22. So you can simply fill up the factors. So your factored form will be x plus 11 and x minus 2. It says hence solve. So it is the same expression on the left, which we have already factorized. So we have x plus 11 times x minus 2 equal to 0. Take each factor equal to 0. So you will get x equal to negative 11 or x equal to 2. Okay. Next one, question number 7. No, question 7, it says the region R shown shaded in the diagram is bounded by 3 straight lines. Find the inequalities that define the region R. Okay, so first thing what you have to notice is the 3 lines are all solid lines. Whenever you have solid lines, your inequality will be either less than or equal to or greater than equal to. And if your line is a dashed line, then your inequality is either less or greater. Now in this case, since we have all solid lines, all 3 inequalities will have the equal to sign. So let's start with the vertical line. Now this line, which is going through x coordinate 1, the equation of this line is x equal to 1. Now, the left side of the graph is shaded. So, the left side the inequality will be x is less than or equal to 1. So, that gives you the first inequality. Okay. The second one is, let's take the horizontal line. Now, this horizontal line is going through y coordinate minus 2. So, the equation of this line is y equal to minus 2. Now, this part of the line is shaded, which is above the line. So, above the line, the values are greater. So, the inequality will be y is greater than or equal to minus 2. So, y greater than or equal to minus 2 is the second inequality. Now, the third one is not a parallel line. So, we need to work out the slope and y-intercept to get the equation. So, if you look at this line, okay, now this line is going through 4. So the y-intercept of the line is 4. Now I need the slope, which you can take from the graph, or you can select 2 points from the line and use y2 minus y1 and x upon x2 minus x1 to get the slope. So I can use the graph to find the slope. So use these 2 points. So you rise by 2 steps and you run by 1. So your slope is rise over run. So it is 2 by 1. So the slope is 2. The equation of the line is y equal to mx plus c. Your slope is 2, so it is 2x. Y-intercept is 4, so it is 2x plus 4. So we got the equation. Now we need to decide the inequality. Now for this line, the shaded part is below the line, and below the line the y coordinates are less. So your inequality will be y is less than or equal to 2x plus 4. So these are the 3 inequalities that define the region R. Okay. That's it for this question. Moving to question number 8. Okay. Write 300 as a product of its prime factors. So what we can do is, the easiest way is to draw a factor 3. So 300, I can write 3 times 100. 3 is a prime, so we cannot break it further. 100, I can write 10 times 10. Again 10, you can break it up. 2 times 5, and this 10 also 2 times 5. Circle all the numbers which don't have any branches below it, and we need to make sure that these numbers are all prime numbers. So the number 300, we can write it as, so we have 2, so it will become 2 square. You have a 3, so times 3, and you have 2 5, so 5 square. Now one more thing what you can do is, you can get this answer from the calculator, but you have to show your working, so I can at least double check my work. So you go to your calculator, type 300 equal, to get the factored form, press shift and fact, and it gives you 2 square times 3 times 5 square. Okay, pretty easy. Part B. Okay, so A is given to you, B is given to you. Find the LCM of 5A and 7B. So before we go ahead with the question, so when the question gives you product of primes, to find the LCM, we should know the definition. So if I want to find the LCM using the product of primes, you'll take all factors with highest power. And if I want to find HCF, it's same like before, only the common with the least power. Okay, so now what I will do is, I'll try to write this A in exponential form. So that will give me, so A is 2 power 3, 3 power 2, and a 5. Whereas B is 2 square, 3 cube times 5. But in the question, they're asking you to find the LCM of 5A and 7B. So to get 5A, we have A, I want 5A. So multiply both sides by 5. So that will give you 5A is 2 cube, 3 squared, and 5 times 5 will become 5 power 2. Similarly, we need 7B, so multiply both sides by 7. So that gives us 7B equals 2 square times 3 cube times 5 times 7. Now I need to find the LCM of these two. So the LCM, we need to take all the factors. So let's take the factors here. 2, the highest power is 3, so 2 power 3. You have 3, the highest power is 3, so 2 power 3. Then you have 5, highest power of 5 is 2, so I'll take 5 power 2. And we have 7. So let's put this all in the calculator. So we have 2 cube times 3 cube times 5 square times 7. So that gives you 37,800. So your LCM is 37,800. Okay. Moving to question number 9. Okay, so we have simultaneous equation. 2x plus 9y equal to 14.5, 7x plus 3y is 18. You need to show clear algebraic working. So we have 9y and you have 3y. So the 3y I can convert into 9. So we'll try to do it by elimination method. So our objective is to eliminate one variable. To do that, so one variable, we need to make sure that it has same coefficient, that is the number with the variable should be same, and it should have opposite sign. Okay, so you have 9y here, I need a 9, so I'll multiply by 3. But if I see the sign, it is same. I need to adjust the sign, I need opposite, so I'll multiply by -3. So the second equation will multiply by -3, so we get, so 7 times -3 is -21x. 3 times -3 will give you -9y, and 8 times -3 is -24. copy the first equation below this. So it is 2x plus 9y equal to 14.5. Now the variables have same coefficient and different signs, so simply add, and plus 9y minus 9y will get cancelled. So minus 21 plus 2, that will give you negative 19x equals minus 24 plus 14.5, that will give me negative 9.5. Now to find the value of x, we'll divide both sides by negative 19. So this will cancel out. We get our answer. So x will be, it will be half, that is, you can write as 0.5. I got the value of x. Now to find the value of y, I can take any of the three equations. So let's take the first equation. So the first equation is 2x plus 9y equal to 14.5. Value of x is 0.5. So 2 times 0.5 plus 9y is 14.5. 2 times half is 1 plus 9y is 14.5. So subtract 1 on both sides. So you get 14.5 minus 1. That will give me 13.5. So 9y equal to 13.5. I don't need the 9. Divide both sides by 9. So that will give me 1.5. So value of x is 0.5 and value of y is 1.5. Okay. So the only thing in a simultaneous equation by elimination method is make sure that the variable you want to eliminate has same coefficient and different sign, and then you add, you get the value of one variable, substitute in any of the equation, get the value of the second variable. Okay, now moving to question number 10. Oh, easy one. Here are the test marks of 15 students. Find the interquartile range of these marks. So first thing what you have to check is, are the numbers in order? So if you see all the numbers, the test marks already in order. So 15 students, so we can find the one in the middle. So the eighth value, 15 plus 1, this eighth value is at the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the eighth value, 19, is at the center. I have 7 values on the left, 7 values on the right. So this is my median value, which we can call it as Q2. Now you want to find the interquartile range. So the middle value of the first half, the middle value out of the first 7 is 15, and the middle number for the second half, the upper quartile, is 25. So Q1 is 15, Q3 is 25. Interquartile range, it is a range of the quartiles. So Q3 minus Q1, so 25 minus 15. So your interquartile range is 10. Okay, pretty simple. Moving to the next question. The curve C has equation y equal to 4x cubed plus x square minus 20x. Find dy by dx. So to find the derivative, we need to use the rule. Okay, if your function is x power n, so when you differentiate, it will become n x to the power n minus 1. So we multiply by the power and reduce the power by 1. So dy by dx, 4x cubed will become 4 times 3, which is 12. X cubed will become x square. Then the derivative of x square will become 2x. Derivative of x is 1, so you will get negative 20. So just for doing this, you get 2 marks. So 12x square plus 2x minus 20. When we take the first order derivative, this function, what you got here, is known as the gradient function. We call it the gradient function. Now, so we can use this function to find the slope at any point of the curve. Okay, so the question continues, part B. Find the x-coordinate of the points on C where the gradient is 4. So the question says, so 12x square plus 2x minus 20. For some value of x, the slope is 4. The slope and gradient is same. So for some value of x, we got the slope as 4. Now we need to work out the value of x. So move 4 to the left. So you have 12x square plus 2x minus 20 minus 4 equal to 0. So when you simplify, so you have 12x square plus 2x minus 24 equal to 0. Now we see that the coefficients are 12, 2 and negative 24, so I can reduce it, divide by 2. So 12x square will become 6x squared, 2x will become x, and 24 divided by 2 will become 12 equal to 0. Now you need to factorize this. So the product will be negative 12 times 6, that is negative 72, and your sum is coefficient of x, which is 1. So I need factors of 72, that gives me 1. So 8 times 9 is 72. Okay, and the difference is 1. You want plus 1, so your bigger number will be plus and smaller number minus. We cannot write the factors directly because the coefficient of x square is not 1. We are doing type 2. So what we have to do is, we need to divide these factors by 6, okay, and write in simplest form. So negative 8 by 6 will become minus 4 over 3, and plus 9 by 6 will become plus 3 by 2. So we can use these factors here. So when we factorize, you start the bracket with x. Now, your first factor is negative 4 upon 3. So write here negative 4. We don't write 3 with the denominator. We write it with the x. Same way, plus 3 upon 2. So write here plus 3. The 2 that goes with the corresponding x. So it is equal to 0. Now you have factorized. Take each factor equal to 0. So x will be negative 4 will become positive 4, and times 3 will go divide by 3. And x will be plus 3 moves to the right, negative 3 times 2 will go divide by 2. So the question is only asking you to find the x coordinate. So these are the two x coordinates where the gradient is 4. Okay. Moving to question number 12. Okay, the cumulative frequency graph shows information about the heights in centimeter of 50 plants in a flower bed. So the curve is drawn for you. Use the graph to find an estimate for the median height of these plants. So total number of plants is 50. So your median value is 50% of the total frequency, which is 50. So that is 25. So we need to find what is the corresponding value for 25 from the graph. So when the cumulative frequency is 25, which is here between 20 and 30, okay, we'll go to your graph and find the corresponding x. So the corresponding value is 28. So your median value is 28 centimeters. Part B. Use the graph to find the frequency for the class interval between 30 to 40. We need to find what is the frequency between this class interval. So from the graph, we can find what is the cumulative frequency till 40. We can find what is the cumulative frequency till 30. And when we subtract both, we will get the values that comes between 30 and 40. So for 40, let's find out what is the cumulative frequency. So for 40, you start from here 40, go to your graph. Okay. The corresponding value is 44. So the cumulative frequency CF for 40 is 44. Now we will find the cumulative frequency for 30. That is so for 30 it is 30. So cumulative frequency for 30 is 30. Now to find in between, we'll subtract 44 minus 30. So for cumulative the frequency for the group 30 to 40 is 14. Okay. Next one. Use the graph to find an estimate for the number of plants with a height greater than 35 centimeters. So greater than 35. Okay, so greater than 35 centimeters. So this is 35. So let's find what is the corresponding value. So from 35, you go to your graph and find what is the corresponding value. So this is 38. We need greater than 35 to the right side. We need to know how many are above 38. So from 50, you take away 38. So there are 12 which has a height greater than 35 centimeters. So the answer for this question is 12. Okay, that's it in this question. Moving to question number 13. Okay, A is a point with coordinates -5, 12. B is a point with coordinates 19 and -48. Find an equation of the straight line that passes through the points A and B. To find the equation, okay, we use the slope-intercept form y equal to mx plus c. We don't know the y-intercept, we don't know the slope. So we need to work out these two, substitute here, and we get our answer. So to find the slope, we can use the formula. The formula for gradient slope is difference in y upon difference in x. Suppose let's mark the point. So this one is x1, y1, and the second value point is x2, y2. So let's substitute. Okay, so plug in the values. Y2 is -48 minus y1 is 12 and x2 is 19 minus x1 is -5. So you put this in the calculator, you will get the slope is -2.5. Now I got the value of x, but still I don't know the y-intercept. So what we have to do is to find the y-intercept. I need to find the y-intercept. So the only option is you need to substitute x, y, and m and find the value of c. Now you can use any of the points. So let's use the first point. So value of y is 12. The slope is -2.5. Value of x is -5 plus c. So it is 12 minus 2.5 times -5 will be 12.5 plus c. Take 12.5 to the left. So 12 minus 12.5 equal to c. So that will give you your y-intercept is -0.5. Now to find the equation, you need to just plug in the two values, y equal to mx plus c. So y equal to your slope is -2.5 x and your y-intercept is -0.5. So the equation of line AB is y equal to -2.5 x minus 0.5. Okay, moving to question number 14. Okay, factorize fully 50g square minus 18. So 50 and 18 both are divisible by 2, so I can factor out 2. So when you factor out 2 times which number is 50? So that is 25, g square stays same, and 2 times 9 is 18. So this is the first step. We need to factorize completely. Now, if you look at the bracket is in the form of a square minus b square, which is a difference of square. So your factors are a plus b, a minus b. Now, how do you get a and b? Just take the square root of the first term and square root of the second term. So 2 stays same. Square root of 25 is 5. Square root of g square is g. Square root of 9 is 3. You write two brackets, one with a plus sign, one with minus sign, and that gives you 3 marks. Okay, that's it for this one. Moving to question number 15. Okay, square root of 2 divided by 8 cube over 16 3 power 3 by 2 equal to 2 power n. It says show you're working clearly. Yes, we have calculator, so in case if you don't know the rules, you can just skip and jump to the step. But I'll do it here with all the steps. Step 1, when you have square root, it means it is to the power half. Okay, and whenever you have exponential equation, try to make the bases same. Make same base so that we can combine them and we can solve it. So you have a base 2 and you have 2 here. So what I will do is I'll try to convert the 8 and the 16 everything in terms of 2. So step number 1, square root of 8 I can write as 2 power half divided by, it is 8 power 3. In place of 8 I need 2, so 8 can be written as 2 cube and the power 3 stays the same. Similarly, Denominator is 16 power 3 by 2. Now in place of 16 I need a 2. So 16 can be written as 2 power 4. And the right hand side you have 2 power n. So let's simplify it further. You have 2 power half divided by 2 power 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 4 times multiply both the powers, 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 2 is 6, equal to 2 power n. So I have 2 power half divided by, when you divide the exponent you subtract the powers, so you get 2 power 3 equals 2 power n. Now so division, you will subtract, so half minus 3 will give me minus 2.5 equals 2 power n. You see that the bases are equal, so the powers will be same. So value of n is negative 2.5. Now if you have problem in converting this, you can simply type this in the calculator and you will get the answer 8. So that brings you directly at this step. Okay, but they want full steps, so it's better to do this way. Okay, part B. Find 4% of 4.5 into 10 power 157. So I need to work out 4% of 4.5 times 10 power 157. So what I will do is, let's work out only the first part. So let's work out how much is 4% of 4.5. So I want to find 4% of 4.5. That gives me 0.18. So you have 0.18 times 10 power 157. But they want your answer in standard form. Your answer will be in standard form only when before the decimal point you have only one non-zero digit. So we have a digit which is 0, so I need to move the point. So a simple trick is, when you move the point one step right, you reduce the power by 1. So your final answer will be 1.8 times 10 power 156. Okay, next question. Question number 16. The Venn diagram shows a universal set and sets A, B, and C. The numbers and the letter X represent the numbers of elements. Okay. Given that A union B, the number of elements in set A union B is 42, find the value of X. So it means when you add up all the numbers which are in A union B, this all 6 will add up to 42. So we can make an equation. So we have 9 plus 5 plus 3 plus 7 plus 12 plus X equals 42. So this is 10, 20, 22, 31, 36. So X plus 36 equals 42. Subtract 36, 42 minus 36. So you get the value of X is 6. So this value here is 6. Okay. Now the next part of the question is, find the number of elements in A complement. Now A complement in simple words is whichever is not A, other than A. So look outside the circle A and we'll add up. So outside the circle, so this is your circle A. We need outside A, so we need 12, 7, 10 and 7. So n of A complement will be 7 plus 10 plus 7 plus 12. That gives you a total of 36. And the last part, find the number of elements which are in B complement intersection C. What does that mean? So I want to find out the number of elements in B complement intersection C. So look at the diagram. We need number of elements which are outside the circle B but common with C. So it should be outside the circle B. That is one condition. So look at outside the circle B, but it should be common with C. So outside circle B you have 4 numbers. Now the values which are common with C are only 5 and 10. So your final answer will be 5 plus 10. So it is 15. Okay. That's it for this part. Okay. For the remaining questions, we'll be doing in part 2.